A few years ago, I posted this video testing my strength after a recent bodybuilding show. The goal was to see how much of a hit did my strength take after dieting down and losing nearly 30 pounds. And at that time, estimating my 1 rep maxes, I hit about a 300-ish pound bench, 320 squats, and the deadlift, I don't know, I didn't even attempt it. And this is kind of the irony of bodybuilding, because when you look your absolute best, your strength is actually at its worst. And so obviously this begs the question, how did I do this year? Also guys, one more thing before we get into the good stuff, I just want to let you know that right now, MYPROTEIN is having their Black Friday sale, their biggest sale of the year. If you want some recommendations, obviously their pre-workout is a big staple of mine in my own personal training routine. For example, I used it before every single PR attempt you're gonna see throughout this video. Protein, obviously, and although they have like a billion different iterations and flavors and versions, my personal favorite and recommendation would obviously... Clear Whey Isolate, my favorite protein ever made because it's the world's first protein that doesn't have you kind of like that thick, milky taste. But if that's something you are okay with or you want, another option that I really recommend is Whey Forward. The world's first, or at least I think so, whey protein that is actually not made from dairy, not made from cows. If you're someone like me who likes the idea of mitigating or decreasing your consumption of animal-based products without having to sacrifice things like taste or obviously protein quality, this I think is a major game changer and I definitely do recommend it, especially because this is like the most advanced and exciting like change or endeavor in the science, the supplement science world, in my opinion, in like the last, 10, 15, 20 years. It's a pretty big deal. Anyway, yeah, definitely make sure to check it out if you guys are interested and use code VITVIP to get yourself even more off. Again, Black Friday is their biggest sale of the entire year, but using that promo code, you can even jack it up a little bit more. Okay, starting off with the squat, I remember during lockdown, because I had nothing to do, I literally couldn't leave the house, thanks to Canada, I couldn't do anything besides work out in my little home gym in this room, actually, which is where I'm filming right now. And I got this up to 430 pounds, a new lifetime personal best. I'm actually at my climbing gym right now, as you guys have probably noticed. One of the benefits is that I've actually got a pretty decent squat rack, kind of like CrossFit thing set up here. And also, if you come here early enough in the day, which I did, it's fucking empty. I think I'm the only person in this entire gym. All right, not bad. Speed and everything went well. 3 plates. This is the official weight, in my opinion, that you need to be able to squat to allow yourself to wear leggings and not be embarrassed. If you can't do this, then no leggings for you. You gotta stick to the shorts, the joggers. You haven't earned the privilege yet. And I'm really liking this new Rode microphone I got on because this way you guys have the pleasure of listening to me, not just afterwards, but in the middle of my sets. You get to hear me do all these glorious, beautiful things like first time squatting anything above like 275 in probably over a year. Oh, that's heavier than I remember. Fuck. That was, honestly, that felt like an RPE 9, which means shit. Okay, we're putting on 10 pounds on each side, totaling 335. This actually might be a real 1 rep max, which I'll be honest, kind of sucks considering at one point, this was what I would do for sets and reps, but you gotta start somewhere, or at least in this case, restart somewhere. Let's hope that muscle memory kicks in real quick. Okay, maybe one more, fuck. That felt like shit. Form was 335 for 2. It's probably like a calculated 1 rep max of 350, give or take. So we're down 80 pounds. I mean, I expected it, but still, kinda sucks. Next up, the bench press. And this one, this may have been the hardest pill to swallow out of all the lifts in this video. I did 275 as kind of like the last heavy warm-up, and that felt not that great. It was definitely heavy compared to, last year when I was doing this. I actually hit this for a top set lifetime PR, 4 sets, 8 reps. I was doing this for like it just felt like butter. So to go from that to what is a kind of heavy and hard rep, it didn't give me that much confidence for the final attempt, which in this case was 300 pounds. I got it. That's a real 1 rep max. That's an RPE 10. Honestly, I think the weirdest or hardest thing was just the overall movement felt awkward. Again, I haven't barbell benched in a good long while consistently. I just kind of need to relearn the exercise somewhat and like pretty much remind my muscles and my actual motor neural pathways like, hey, remember how to do this. But again, it's literally like riding a bike. If you haven't done it in a while, it might feel a little awkward at first, but after 1 or 2 tries, you should be fine. The fact that I didn't even hit 3 plates, which is kind of like a standard, kind of like good bro achievement, again, definitely a humbling experience. This, by the way, is a 14% decrease from my all-time best of 350 touch and go or 335 if you do the standard powerlifting style paused bench press. So unlike in that video from 2017, this time I actually did the deadlift.
Because I'm not a fucking pussy.
And I got 455 pounds. And could I have done like maybe an extra rep? I don't know. I actually had to stop because I ran out of space on the bar. I'm actually doing this at kind of like the CrossFit cross-training section of my climbing gym. But nonetheless, that was probably, give or take, a true 1 rep max for me, at least at this point in time. Also a 14% reduction from my all-time best. I did 530 pounds the last time I competed in a legit powerlifting meet. This comes out to a raw total, that's when you add up all these 3, of 1,105 pounds, whereas my all-time best was around, I think it was 1230. So I'm still, fortunately, at least well into the 1,000 pound club. I think that's like the bare minimum to be here on YouTube Fitness. But yeah, we got a bit of work to do to get back up to my all-time best and then some, at least ideally speaking. And that is sort of like a preface into what I want to really focus on kind of into the rest of the year and most importantly for 2023. I think 2022 this year was awesome because it was the first time I competed in classic physique. It was kind of a new experience for me and I placed relatively well. It was so visually based how you look that one thing which kind of fell off was performance. In every aspect, whether it be strength, rock climbing, running, just overall how your body functions, how your body performs, as opposed to solely being focused on how your body looks. That is one thing which I kind of focused on this past year, and I don't regret that, but going forward, I kind of want to shift gears. I'm really excited to get back up to like, a 400 plus pound squat. I'm really excited to keep rock climbing at a pretty decent level and really standardize myself into climbing V6s as opposed to right now where it's kind of like I do one every now and then on a good day. I do want to get up to, like I mentioned, a 6-minute mile. That would be pretty cool. The last time I did this, I hit 6:34, breaking under 6:30 and going as far as to 6 minutes. That would be kind of a cool accomplishment. And yes, most importantly, I haven't really talked about this, I really want to get into high level hiking and again, bordering on mountaineering. I actually wanted to do a mountaineering course this last summer, but I couldn't do it because it's just not feasible. There is no way you're going to do something so difficult, like a 5-day mountaineering courses at 13,000 feet altitude in like Banff or like Mount Rainier in Washington, while you're trying to simultaneously diet down for a bodybuilding competition, eating 2,100 calories a day. It's just not feasible. Performance was something which I really had to sacrifice this year. And again, it was worth it because it was kind of cool, the end result, but going forward, no. Either way, guys, that is it for me. We've got the baseline of strength. This is very important, kind of like step 1 to actually see where you are before you decide to see where you can go. And I'm sure you guys are wondering, what else am I going to be doing? How am I going to be facilitating this with my nutrition? Am I going to be bulking, maintaining, main gaining? What the hell am I doing? We'll talk about that in the next kind of like give or take few videos. I can't talk about everything in one video because in a world of TikTok level 60-second attention spans, probably not the best idea. As always, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by. Make sure to check out Black Friday at MYPROTEIN. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.